Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, got a review for this time. We have this 86 Kingsley Coman. Now, if I remember on previous Fifas, he actually got his 5-star skills taken away from him for a few years, but now he's got them back, and I was lucky enough to pack him out of my free FIFA points. So this is the team I'm using him, just a little cheap team for now. Well, cheapish, it's quite an expensive team, but team for now. I played him wide and also a striker for most of the games. On stats sense, so he's 5'10", got medium work rate. He's got 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. In the 26 games, I got 17 goals and 11 assists, I think that was. In his preferred position, he can play left mid and he can also play left wing, so there's no central or right hand side positions for Coman. On stats, he's got 92 pace, 77 shooting, 79 passing, 87 dribbling and 62 physical. So actually looks like a very similar card to Ousmane Dembele's. If you do enjoy the review or want to see more, please do subscribe. It does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you after positives and negatives. And peace. So on to my overall thoughts about the card then. Now, I actually was pleasantly surprised by this card. He's very good. The stats don't do justice to how good he actually was, because a lot of the time I did play him wide. He's a very good card for me. So, we'll go through the positives then. So first for me is the 5-star skills. The 5-star skills are a very good thing about this card. Just allows him with that agility and all that speed to get him into the right position at the right time. Just allows him to burst through on goal when you need to, and then getting the last kill off to beat that last defender. Now the 3-star weak foot was actually surprisingly good on this card, because Rashford felt a bit average and he would miss quite a few times on his left. This Coman card scored a lot, as you can see by the goals, on his left foot, which was quite nice to be fair, quite refreshing for a 3-star weak foot. Now the pace for me, very electric. The pace split, I prefer like this, having high acceleration and a lower sprint speed. Just allows them to burst from goal, and the defenders normally won't catch up. But if they do, it's purely just because they're really fast. Like, that's all they will be. The shooting for me, so the finishing was actually really surprisingly good, because he's only got 75 finishing. The shot power was getting really good. The attack positioning was always immense. When he was in the right position at the right time, he would always just be there ready to receive the ball and do some skills to get him into the box. The rest of the shooting aspects are a little bit lackluster. I didn't really try too many long shots or stuff like that, purely because I knew they were quite bad stats. Now, onto the passing attributes. Generally speaking, quite average, not amazing, not bad, but for the start of the game, it's really all you need, someone like this. They will like miss past a few of them, but generally speaking, they're decent. The curve stat was just quite good, especially. He would be able to finesse it into the corners, even without the finesse shot trait, as you've seen in some of the goals, very nicely. So if you want to do that, he has got that in his locker. And now this is where I feel like this Coman comes into his own a bit. The dribbling stats. So the agility is so good. The actual dribbling stat itself is good, and the 5-star skills all link him really nicely to make him a very silky, smooth attacker. And this is why he's one of my favourite I've used so far. The reactions are good. The balance is also good. The ball control is good. All of the dribbling stats are really good, except for the composure, which is a little bit low at times, which might explain why you may miss a few chances here and there. The physical attributes, the jumping ahead and accuracy are a little bit low at times. The stamina again is a little bit low, but at the start of the year it doesn't really matter because you can just bring on super subs that are really sweaty, like some goal cards like Diaby and Zaha, especially with the 5-sub rule now instead. The strength again is a little bit low, but normally with the people that got 5-star skills with high agility, they're normally not going to be the strongest, and if they do, I always say they're going to be the best card in the game. Depay has got quite a nice combination of that, which I do enjoy, but unfortunately the agility isn't the highest on Depay. But back to Coman, the strength, as I said, isn't really best. Linking him with that aggression, again, just doesn't really help him to be hold up defenders if you need him to. He's more of the nimble, agile striker that you get him through on goal, score that goal, or do that trickery to get it to someone else instead. Now, on the overall scores then. Now, out of the 4 cards I used, it is debatable whether he's actually better than Ousmane Dembele. I know the weak foot normally would favour Ousmane, but generally this weak foot didn't even feel bad on Coman, to be honest. So we'll go through it then. So first is the pace, give it a 9 out of 10. Same as Ousmane. They're both equally as fast as each other. Really good, to be fair. And now the shooting for him, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Very solid. Both feet, you can score goals. The shot power is decent, the tap position is decent, the finishing's actually surprisingly good, but the rest of the aspects kind of average. Now the passing, generally speaking, except from that curve, is pretty okay. It's just not really the best, not the worst. So he will do those easy 1-2s and all of that, but don't expect him to be some kind of Kevin De Bruyne kind of player. Now, the agility is where he comes into his own, in my opinion. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I do really think it's that good, and generally, except from the composure, all these aspects are immense. The composure is the only one that will really let him down, but even then, it generally is very good still. Now, the physicals for me, as you can see, all very lackluster. The only one that kind of is okay is stamina, but that's even pushing your luck very heavily. So overall for that, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10, and that is really pushing it. Generally, it should be a lot less than that, because none of the aspects are above 73. So, on overall score then, I'm going to give him a 8.5 out of 10. I do actually think Ousmane Dembele is better overall on second evaluation. He has just got more to his game than this Coman card, but don't get me wrong, this Coman card is very good, especially for the price, which I'll get into now. So value for coins for Coman, I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. For 40k or something around that, he's a very good card, especially since Bundesliga have a lot of cheap sweaty cards at the start of the game. I highly recommend you pick him up. Play him striker, play him wide, you can do really whatever you want with this card, and he will be able to do it very nicely. But that's all for my review. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It really does help the channel out a lot. If you want to see anyone in particular, leave it down in the comments down below. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you in the next video, and peace out, guys.